Afternoon, Pat. Today we're in Pontneddfechan. This is Pat Davies. How long have you been living in Pontneddfechan, Pat?
Oh, just over 50 years.
So he's a long-term resident, and this is the Angel Pub in Pontneddfechan. What can you tell us about the Angel, Pat?
Well, the Angel hasn't changed a lot, and the photographs I've got going back to 1900 show a cow and ivy, but the pub is exactly the same as it was. I mean, there was a building in front of it, an old barn, which has long been demolished. And of course the parish road, which we are now standing on, used to go behind it. There was no road in front of the Angel at that one time.
So the old road would have gone.
That's right. You look at
would have come which way, Pat? Which way would the road gone, Pat?
Right, you're looking at the old road right behind me.
And it would have gone where?
And straight through, right behind to the left-hand side of the Angel.
Okay, just behind the Angel there. Excellent. And what about the farm opposite, Pat?
I don't know a lot about the farm. The building that you see there is new. It was a barn, and it's been changed into the tourist centre. Now, I'm not sure whether there was a farm building there or they used the Angel as the farm. But the farm is known as the Angel Farm.
Excellent. And this is a strange looking stone there. What's that about?
Well, here we used to have a blacksmith shop and a cattle market back in 1925. That's the photograph I've got. This stone was used to tie the horses up while they shod them. In front of it used to be a large circular disc of iron. The circular disc was used to form the cart wheels. So they used to make cart wheels as well here for the carts.
Excellent. Okay, so we're at the entrance of the Pontneddfechan village, Pontneddfechan, sorry, and almost directly opposite the Angel Pub and next to the tourist centre there's a man called Pat, and then next to a man called Pat is a field with a pylon and some sheep. But I understand, Pat, there was something else here.
Yes, back in 1925 there was a tennis club here. I came here in 1964 and it wasn't here then. It wasn't there then, so I'm assuming they finished, some years before that. But it was certainly where the new road behind me, was. There was a nice bit of flat ground, and it's called Pontneddfechan Tennis Club.
Excellent. And we don't know what year it finished?
No, I don't.
No. So where are we now, Pat?
Right, now we're outside the gates of Ebenezer Chapel, which was erected in the year 1822, or rather rebuilt in 1822. It's a Methodist chapel, and it's one that I attend.
Great. This is an interesting one. To the memory of Margaret, daughter of Thomas Howell and Charlotte Jones, Gwladys, who died April 1873, aged 18 years. This is the best bit. This is Lord's Day. It is marvellous in our years. Juveniles approach and see the place where I lie, without my parents' company. The fate of all who die, no friends are near, none but worms. Attack my mouldering clay. To my young friends I do enjoy. Think of your dying day. And that goes on to mention somebody else then, who is Thomas Howell, or the parents, and the aforesaid Thomas Howell and Charlotte Jones. Just come to the chapel now. We walk down and we read in the gravestones So we stopped at this one here. It's a strange stone. Pat, can you tell me about that one?
Yes, I can. This stone is commemorating the place of an Irish navvy who got killed when they built the Brunel's railway that goes from Pontneddfechan to Rickers.
The railway's just over there.
The railway's just over there.
No longer there, of course.
Now this stone actually killed the man who was underneath it, and they brought him back and the stone commemorates him. Now, and I can't read the name on it, but
and there it is. Killer stone.
hello Peter.
Hi.
Where have you travelled from today?
I've travelled from Crickhouse by Neath.
Oh, so away.
It's a fair way.
And you're going walking up the waterfalls?
Up the waterfalls, take some photographs, camp overnight. Yeah, listen to this voice snoring all night.
That's right, yeah. Well done.
What's the dog's name, Peter?
The name's Miller.
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 Why is she called Miller?
I've no idea. It was given to her before I had her. So it suits her. So
Excellent.
we'll keep that name.
Great. Thank you, Peter. You have a safe journey.
No bother. Thanks
Enjoy.
very much, guys.
So what about that mural, Pat? What happened there?
Well, that's the mural on the back of the Nomads Sea Angling Club, and that was painted by local artist Christine Einan. A lot of her photos are actually for sale in the White Horse Inn. She's a lovely artist, does some lovely work. The Nomads Sea Angling Club has been there since approximately 1968. Before that, it was Pontneddfechan Cricket Club, going back to 1925, which had to close because of the new road opening, which drove the road right through the cricket pitch.
And here's the road.
It's the A465 there.
So you were actually chairman of the club at one stage, Pat?
I was chairman of the Sea Angling Club for a number of years, in fact, since it started.
So what about that bar you built?
Well, I built, as a carpenter, I built the bar there. And we built the bar to represent a sunken ship. We took the idea off a Jaws movie. So we cut a hole in the bar, and a jagged hole, and put a fish tank behind it to resemble the sunken boat in Jaws 1.
And you don't have any photographs of that, Pat?
I'm sorry, I don't have any at all.
So if anybody has any photographs of the Nomads bar, send them this way. So where's the cricket pitch, Pat?
Well, the cricket pitch was opposite the Nomads, facing up to Pontneddfechan. And on this nice bit of flat ground, I see my father-in-law playing cricket there, back in 1963 maybe. Of course, this finished when they built the road, and it was the end of the cricket club. And the Nomads bought it off the farmer, and which was a barn, and turned it into a ton.
I was always intrigued when we were coming down the road, you know, to see a sea angling club. How far are we from the sea, Pat?
Well, funny enough, we're not that far. I mean, if you go down as far as Jersey Marine, we're only about 14 miles away from the sea.
We'd have to have a fair cast to make it from here, wouldn't we?
Absolutely. But no, a group of us got together as fishermen, and we travelled throughout the country fishing.
Did you used to run like regular trips, sort of weekly
We had
trips?
regular local trips every weekend, every Saturday or Sunday. And then once a year we go away, maybe Plymouth, and various places on West Wales, St Davies. And we had a wonderful time. It was a wonderful club.
So what was the best fish you caught for as a nomad?
Well, we used to catch, down West Wales we caught shark,
Yeah.
and we returned them, and the biggest was 33 pounds.
How big is that in fisherman's terms?
Oh, 4 foot long.
Go on, show me with the arms. Show me with the arms, man. Whoa, that's a big one. This is Neil. He's pouring a pint. And the white horse in.
Try my best.
Yeah. Bit ripper.
Please. 90 seconds and then we wake up on Friday.
Ah, good man. Woke up.